And scenario 2 is more complicated. We said the useful lives of the different options are also different. For example, these two pavers, one is useful life is 3 years, the other is 6 years. So how can we convert this different timelines to the same one number of years? So when the MEAs have different useful lives, there are several ways to proceed in order to compare the alternatives. Say, okay, several ways. So if the repeatability assumption is applicable, like for example, the 3-year used paver, when it's at the end of its useful life, you just pay the same price to buy the similar second-hand paver, which is also good for 3 years. That's what we said, repeatability assumption. Okay, and then it is good for another 3 years, so you can finish your project within 6 years. So if this repeatability assumption is applicable, then the study period is selected such that alternative occurs an integer number of cycles during the study period. Okay, which means you are gonna find a study period which is the least common multiple of the two study periods. Okay, so the least common multiple of 3 and 6 is what? Is 6, which means you're gonna use 6 as your study period. And then how to extend the 3-year life cycle of the used paver to 6 years. You just need to, 0, 1, 2, 3, that's one life cycle of the used paver. You just need to extend it for another 3 years. But you need to pay the same amount. For example, if at the beginning you pay 10,000 for this paver, and the maintenance fee is maybe annuities as 500 every year, and then after the 3 years you're gonna pay the same amount for another used paver. So at the end of the 3rd year you're gonna pay another 10,000 for the same type of paver, and of course it will cost maintenance as 500 every year. So you see, you're repeating the pattern of this life cycle for another time, so that you can extend the 3 year to 6 years, and then you can compare this with this new paver. Okay, so here, what is the least common multiple? For two integers, a and b, denoted LCM, so LCM is least common multiple, will be the smallest positive integer that is evenly divisible by both a and b. If you don't remember how to find the least common multiple, please go and review your math book. Okay, so for example, for 2 and 3, the LCM is 6, because 6 can be divided by 2 evenly, and it also can be divided by 3, right? And another example is the LCM of 6 and 10. It's 30, because 30 can be divided by 6 and you can get an integer out of it. and it also can be divided by 10, and you can also get integer by as a result. Okay, so this is what we call the LCM. And so if you have two different or multiple different useful lives, you need to find out the LCM of those number of years, and then use that as your study period, and then extend the shorter useful life by using the repeatability assumption.